My name is Albert, and welcome to Unknown Facts. Before we go further, join us on this journey, subscribe and like. The story of humanity's beginning is one many of us know well. It starts in a garden, a place of perfect harmony, named Eden. Here we are told, lived the first man, Adam, and beside him, the first woman, Eve. This narrative, carved into the bedrock of religious and cultural history, has been passed down through countless generations. It is a story of creation, temptation, a paradise lost. To truly understand the story of Lilith, we must first look closely at the story we already know. The book of Genesis, the very first book of the Hebrew Bible, provides two distinct accounts of creation. This is where our investigation begins. The second chapter of Genesis famously describes how God formed Eve from one of Adam's ribs while he slept. However, if we turn back to the first chapter of Genesis, Genesis chapter 1 verse 27 states, "So God created mankind in his own image, in the image of God he created them." Here, the language suggests a simultaneous creation. This apparent contradiction has puzzled scholars for centuries. Could this verse be a faint echo of an older story? A hint that Eve was not, in fact, the first and only woman created alongside Adam in the beginning? This is where the legend of Lilith finds its footing. Ancient Jewish folklore and rabbinic commentaries sought to reconcile these two seemingly conflicting creation accounts. The solution they proposed was radical. They suggested that the two verses were not contradictory at all, but were instead describing two separate events. The unnamed female created simultaneously with Adam in Genesis 1 was not Eve. It was another woman entirely. She was his equal, made from the same earth, and at the same time. And so the stage is set for a drama that predates the story of the serpent, and the apple. This is not a tale of temptation from an outside force, but a story of internal conflict. A struggle for power and autonomy. The contrast between Lilith and Eve could not be more stark. They are two very different archetypes of womanhood, born from different creation stories. Lilith is born of the earth, a co-creator with Adam. She embodies independence. Eve is born from Adam's rib. Her creation sets a different relationship, created for Adam, a companion to ease his loneliness, framed as secondary, an extension of the man. The nature of their sins offers a revealing comparison. One story, the fight for equality, the other succumbing to temptation. When the three angels finally found Lilith by the Red Sea, a place often associated with demons and chaotic forces in ancient lore, they delivered God's ultimatum: return to Adam or face an unbearable consequence. 100 of your children will perish every day. It is a moment of unimaginable cruelty, designed to break her spirit completely. Here, Lilith is faced with an impossible choice: surrender her autonomy and return to a life of subjugation, or hold fast to her freedom at a cost that is almost too terrible to comprehend. This was the ultimate test of her resolve. She refuses to return. She tells the angels that she was created only to afflict newborn infants. Despite being largely excluded from canonical religious texts, the legend of Lilith has demonstrated remarkable staying power. Her story has echoed through the centuries, weaving its way into art, literature, folklore across numerous cultures. In the medieval and Renaissance periods, artists were captivated by her. Dante Gabriel Rossetti's Lady Lilith portrays her as a femme fatale, sometimes with serpentine features or avian features. George MacDonald's 1895 novel, Lilith, shows her tormented, seeking redemption. Modern fantasy authors recast her as a powerful queen of demons or a misunderstood goddess. The practice of using amulets to protect babies, which comes directly from the alphabet of Ben Sira, persisted for centuries. The 20th century, particularly with the rise of the feminist movement, brought about the most dramatic transformation in Lilith's story. What was once a cautionary tale about a disobedient woman was reclaimed and reimagined as a story of empowerment. Feminist scholars and writers looked back at the ancient myth and saw something entirely new. They saw the first woman to demand equality. They saw a hero who chose exile over oppression and freedom over a compromised paradise. The journal Lilith magazine, founded in 1976, chose her name precisely for this reason, describing her as the first woman to insist on her equality with man. Suddenly her defiance was no longer a sin, it was her greatest virtue. Lilith was resurrected not as a fiend but as a founding mother of female independence. The journey of Lilith's myth from a brief mention in ancient texts to a symbol of modern rebellion raises a vital question. Why do some stories get told while others are hidden away? History is not just a collection of facts. It is a narrative, crafted by those with the power to tell it. The stories that challenge that order are often relegated to the shadows, dismissed as folklore, Heresy, myth. Lilith's tale is a powerful reminder that there is almost always more to the story. For every official account, there are countless other versions, alternative perspectives, forgotten voices waiting to be heard. These hidden narratives hold immense power. They can challenge our assumptions, broaden our understanding, offer new ways of seeing the world and our place in it. Thank you for joining us on this exploration into one of history's most fascinating hidden figures. If you found this journey as captivating as we did, please remember to subscribe to our channel, like this video,